Time is speeding up. If you haven't noticed yet, you must be living under a rock somewhere. You can just Google Mount Athos, Greek monks. They've been there for centuries. So they've been keeping time. They burn candles, so they know when they go into their prayer sessions, they know how long a candle burns because they use the same candle, same source, everything the same, nothing has changed. In 68, when they started noticing the speed up of time, and the candle now burns only 18 or 19 hours, when it used to burn 24 hours. So 68, that's 32, 50, almost 60 years. In 60 years, the time differential has sped up. We're going through a shift.
All right. 1, 2, and 3. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, to give me the spirit to do this lesson. In this lesson I'm going into, the Lord has extremely, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, has extremely shortened the days.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web, and a great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect and Lord willing this edifying lesson. And that's an older video from the elder out there in Dallas. I think they teaching in Fort Worth or something like that. They joined Dallas because they kept getting in trouble with the law enforcement for nothing, you know. But, you know, I was listening to this video a few days ago, last week, whenever it was a while back. And what was significant was they noticed that the time sped up around, 1968 is when they started noticing that time was speeding up. And not a little bit, but speeding up significantly, you know, from 24 candles burning 24 hours to only 18, 19 hours, you know. And the Lord hit the times 2 button on the remote control, man, you know, or times 4, you know, because the Lord getting ready to come, you know, have mercy on his elect, and he gonna deliver us up out of the hands of the wicked. You know, because if the Lord don't shorten the days like the elder brother just got, there shall no flesh be saved. Who the Lord gonna save if the Lord don't shorten the days? Esau gonna kill us, and he gonna kill his goddamn self, man, if the Lord don't come back and return. And that's why, hey man, we ain't got nothing else. If this ain't the truth, then it's over with for humanity. Hey man, if we ain't got the truth, you can kiss humanity goodbye, because this place is done. This nigga gonna destroy the earth, man. You know? But we're gonna stick to, you know, the time is short. Hey, because the Lord getting ready to come back and deliver his elect. And we are not to fret over these things. Matter of fact, we ought to leap for joy. We thankful. We shaking the time short. You know? Always depressed, stressed, deprived, hustling, bustling, you know, tired. Man, this ain't living, man. Then you got these devils ruling over us, and this nigga got wicked devices planned against us. You know? Nigga want to put a chip in there. Hey, man, look, we need the Lord to make this nigga make his move so the Lord can make his move, and we can make out. Let me stop. Nah, we need to be delivered, though. Salaki. But let's get this. This book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, also known as Sirach, chapter 36 and 8, it say, make the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wondrous works. Yeah, the Lord is making the time short. Matter of fact, let's go up to 6 This Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 6, it says, shew new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Rise up against, rise up, Salakia. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wondrous works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. You know, verse 10, it says, smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none but we. You know, Barak Yahabashim Yahabushai. Get these devils. The water Yahabashim Yahabushai. You know, for the apostles and the elders and men to come, who he raised up to come and teach us these things, man, because we was lost in the sauce. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. Now we live, man. You know, now we live, now we see. You know, the Lord has raised us up, man. We shouldn't be nothing but happy, man. We're sad for what? Moping for what? We got the truth, man. And the Lord is on this nigga ass, man. Prophecy is on this nigga ass. Anybody say anything about us not having the truth, they don't know what the fuck going on, man. They don't know what the Bible talking about at all. They don't have the mysteries. You know? They can't tell you what we gonna do about what about World War III? They can't explain thermonuclear missiles in the scriptures to you. They can't explain who Esau Edom is. They can't explain how we gonna be if thermonuclear war do happen, how we gonna be saved. They have no hope in those things. What they gonna do? They don't know, man. See, we know and we believe that the Lord is gonna deliver us, man, and we trusting in that. That's all we got. We ain't trying to run from this shit. We ain't trying to hide from Esau bitch ass, or none of that, man. You know. And all these things gonna happen. The persecution gonna arise. It's coming. You know? It's coming. Let's keep going. This 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 29, straight to the point, it say, but I say, brethren, the time is short. Yeah, because the Lord's speeding up time. The time's short, man. We ain't got time to be having Hebrew date nights and, you know, daddy-daughter night with the brothers. Nah, man, look, bro. We here to teach and preach and push this word. You know, when we ain't teaching, preaching, pushing the word, you know, you do what you do on your leisure time. You get up, you grind every day. You know, make your daily bread. And back to the word. We ain't got no life outside of this, man. Fuck this shit. We ain't jet setting and traveling. Man, that shit the last thing on my mind for sure. As far as in this world, I want to do those things extremely bad. But it's like, that shit some bullshit. I don't want to do it here. You know? Man, fuck this place, man. Fuck this place. But I can't wait to be able to travel without a passport. You know, get up and jump in a chariot and go to a secluded island in a tropical area with all kind of animals on the island, snakes and, you know, tigers and whatever kind of animals will be on the island. Iguanas and, you know, take a deep dive, swim to a coral reef, you know, see some different kind of, you know, fish and dolphins and sharks. Then jump up and, you know, go to the top of a mountain, you know, some crazy shit. We'd love to do those things, but hey, man, we seeking the kingdom. Well, we search for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. And the Lord is going to actually make the earth new again. He said he going to make it better than the Garden of Eden, roughly paraphrasing how it was said. You know, that ain't how it was said, but he said that. You know, he gonna upgrade the earth better than it was in the beginning after this destruction. And that's what we want. That's what we waiting on. That's what we patiently waiting on. That's our faith. And that's what we believe, and it's gonna happen. And Esau, your ass gonna be there. But guess what you gonna be doing? The same thing we were doing the chattel slavery, goddamn. This the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 13. It say, go, and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened, you know. And the Lord is shortening the days. For who? For the elect's sake. It say the kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. So the kingdom already prepared for us, man. Watch. The Lord say he going to prepare a place for us, man. You know. The Lord ain't bullshitting. The Lord is preparing a place for us, man. The kingdom of heaven is already prepared for us, man. Watch. Lord say in his Father's house are many mansions, man. He ain't talking about no MTV crib mansions. It's talking about whole planets, man. Kepler B. Some crazy shit. You know, y'all know how they be having them planets. They name it some shit like that. Kepler 28Z or some crazy shit. Yeah, that's what the Lord up there preparing for us, man. The many mansions. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. Yeah, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, but the Lord is preparing those things for his elect. This more instant a little bit out this motherfucker. Missing one. I'm gonna reread that. I'm gonna get that Matthew. Oh, there you go. This the book of Matthew, and this ain't nothing long. I just wanted to touch on this. I wanted to do it a while back, but fuck my life. This the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22. And it say, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is shortening the time for our sake, man. And that's something to be thankful about, man. Because, hey, the Lord could say, you know what, I'm sick of, I ain't gonna say hate, but I'm sick of you wicked Israelites. I'ma just destroy all y'all motherfuckers. And Esau gonna destroy his damn self. But nah, the Lord shortened the days for his elect's sake. He like, nah, I ain't gonna continue to punish my elect. I'ma deliver them. I got a cluster of grapes out of my vineyard that's gonna be preserved. You know? And that's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be called in this truth, man. To know the true name of Yahweh, being the name of the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. That's a true blessing, man. Get the fuck off the screen, man. You know, that's a true blessing. It's an honor, you know. Hey, man, our righteousness is filthy rags. What can we give for what the Lord is doing for us, man, in these last days? What can we possibly give? All we can give is our all, man. Our all to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to the best of our ability, constantly striving for the truth unto death, man. Constantly being persistent, fighting through whatever we going through in our day-to-day, and continue to push towards righteousness, man. And continue to push this word out. Continue to feed the sheep. You know, this is our reasonable service, man. What, you know, like the Lord could have called somebody else, man, and left you in the dark. And you could have been doing what they doing. You know, so don't take this calling for granted. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man, because I ain't much feel like doing a video, but the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for sending a Rakakodash to just do something. You know, because hey, you be tired, man, and that's that weak nature, man. And when you too tired to do something, sometimes you gotta overcome your tiredness. You gotta push through those things because the flesh is weak. but the spirit is willing. Roughly paraphrased, I said it backwards. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, so your discipline got to kick in at times to do the work. You know, discipline got to override how you feel. You know, sometimes you got to put how you feel to the side and just or do. You know, because if you waiting on feeling like doing something, that shit ain't gonna never get done. It's a thing called procrastination. You know, it ain't about how you feel. We got a job to do. And we're going to continue to push these scriptures, continue to push this truth out. Same way Esau continuing in his wickedness, we got to combat the wickedness this nigga doing with righteousness, man. By flooding the earth. He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, man. So we got to drench the earth in righteousness and truth, man. Video after video. You know, proper breakdown after truth, you know, proper breakdown after proper breakdown. Going into the scriptures, what they really mean and who really being condemned and what it's really talking about. Because Esau your ass through. And I don't know if they told you, but you better do what you got to do, you bitch. This the book of Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It say, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell there, that dwell in them. You know, and ultimately we dwell in heavens, man. You know, there where a man's treasure is, there will his heart be also. See, our mind is in heaven. Our body is on the earth, but our mind is in heaven. We ain't dwelling on this earth, man. We here, but we ain't. You know, we in a whole nother realm outside of these people in the world, man. You know, they say, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. You know, which is because the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And great wrath is going to come upon the inhabitants of the earth, including us. But we dwelling in heaven. So the Lord is going to protect us. Our treasures are being stored up in heaven. Our righteous sacrifice that we made all these years, starting with the apostles on down, you know, or you know, we stacked up riches for the last days with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Got them brownie points, man. You know, teacher pet points, Lord willing, you know, to be exempt from the judgments and the destruction and the chaos that's getting ready to unfold in this place, man. You know, and it's a blessing, man, to be called into this thing. I don't know if I'm chosen, but it's a blessing to be called. You know, the Lord gave me a shot, you know, and not just me, but every brother who know the name of the Lord, especially every brother in GMS. The Lord gave you a hell of a shot to be a part of the elect, you know, not just GMS, but teach that doctrine. I'm gonna say it like that. Let teach the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, the true doctrine of the scripture, the 100% truth. You know, whether you're in GMS or not, it's a blessing to know these things, man. You know. And it's a curse to be amongst these other camps, because these niggas lost in the sauce, man. You know. They know they Israelites, but they don't know what the MOTB is. Some of them ain't calling on the name of the Lord. You know. Some of them say they worship the nigga God. We worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I don't know what no nigga God is. You talking about the God of 2/3, the Crip God and the Blood God? What nigga God you talking about? You know, we don't worship no nigga God. We worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, but the devil is getting ready to come down upon the inhabitants of the earth, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And Esau, you better move quick. You better get on the good foot, man. You playing, because the Lord on the way. Let me stop bullshit. Nigga, you gonna do what the Lord wants you to do at every exact moment in time. You're not gonna override the prophecies. You know? And you done got you trapped. You checkmated already. Before the chess game even started, you started off the first move already checkmate. You through. You ain't got nowhere to go. You know how you checkmate and then you can move goddamn left or right or however that shit work. Then the other person can move and checkmate your ass again, and you gotta move again and checkmate your ass again. That's how the Lord moving on Esau ass. Wherever he go, he checkmated. And so he gotta keep here and move there, move here, move there. He checkmated whichever way he go, man. Project Looking Glass, nigga. Light wins. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule, who have been a great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, and the Bar, Shalom.